Hello, everyone. Welcome to A Garden a Day with Maidenbrock Gardens, where we explore the world one garden at a time. Today is November 28th. About 15 miles south of Old St. Augustine, set on a strip of land between the Intracoastal Waterway and the Atlantic Ocean, sits today's garden, Washington Oaks Garden in Palm Coast, Florida. Most of the garden that is seen today is thanks to Owen and Louise Young, who built a winter home on the Intracoastal Waterway in 1938. In 1964, Mrs. Young donated the property to the state of Florida, specifying that the gardens be maintained and expanded as funds allow. Today, Washington Oaks Garden is a state park that is open for fishing, hiking, picnicking, and is part of the Great Florida Birding Trail. The park includes a 3/4 mile stretch of beach along the Atlantic, as well as a playground for children. The beach is lined with the coquina rocks that this part of Florida is known for. Washington Oaks preserves 425 acres of old Florida. The formal garden spans 20 of those acres. At the center of the garden is a live oak called the Washington Oak that is believed to be between 200 and 300 years old. But the real centerpiece of the garden is the rose garden. There are about 150 rose bushes in the garden. They begin blooming in May and continue through the summer. Not long after the roses fade, another flower that the garden is known for begins to bloom, the camellia. The garden is also known for azaleas, magnolias, and exotic plants brought to Washington Oaks by the Youngs from their travels abroad. There are also reflection ponds in the garden, as well as a greenhouse built in the 1940s. In 2009, the Youngs' home, gardens, and outbuildings were listed on the National Register of Historic Sites. The garden is maintained by a coordinated effort of the Florida State Parks Department and the Friends of Washington Oaks, a nonprofit corporation designated to function as a citizen support organization. The Friends operate the gift shop, coordinate weddings in the garden, and host plant sales with proceeds supporting the ongoing efforts to maintain Washington Oaks. The first Friday of each month, the garden hosts a garden walk with the park ranger. They also host an Earth Day event each April. And in December, there will be a holiday event with music, food trucks, arts and crafts vendors, and more. The garden is open every day of the year from 8 a.m. until sundown. Well, that's about it for today's garden visit. Join me here tomorrow to find out where we're going next. As a reminder, you can subscribe, like, or follow this podcast on any of the major podcast players. I will be launching a newsletter in January. To sign up for that, please visit our website, agardenaday.com, and click on the subscribe button. There's a link in the notes. Thank you for listening today and every day. If all goes well, I'll be right back here tomorrow. See you then.